Tom had always envied his friend Mike's Instagram life. Every post was perfect. Exotic vacations, gourmet meals, and luxury cars. Tom, stuck in his 9-to-5 job, felt like he was missing out on life. One evening, Tom decided to confront Mike about his seemingly perfect existence. He invited Mike over for coffee, determined to uncover the secret to his friend's happiness. "So, Mike," Tom started, "how do you afford all these amazing things? Your life looks incredible on Instagram." Mike burst out laughing. "Tom, you won't believe it. Those posts are all staged. The exotic vacation was a photo shoot for a friend's travel blog. The gourmet meals are from a fancy restaurant where my cousin works. He lets me take photos during slow hours. And the luxury cars are from a dealership where my brother's a salesperson. Reality is, I'm just as stuck in a 9-to-5 as you are. I just know how to work the angles on social media. Social media is just a highlight reel, not the full story." Her fiancé Arnold would die without a new kidney. Efforts to get a compatible donor has proven abortive. Just months ago, they were in Paris proclaiming their love, but now he had kidney failure. What a twist of fate. Message notifications from her high school sweetheart James wouldn't stop coming in. She ran into him weeks ago when she went to get Arnold's prescription. He never got over her, yet he cheated on her in high school, and went ahead to propose just days later, offering an escape from her turmoil. Torn between Arnold and James, she accepted James's proposal, believing he was the healthier choice. On her wedding day, she was shocked to see Arnold, who revealed how a dying accident victim with compatible blood group changed his stroke of luck. She left him for dead, but here he was. She realized too late that true love endures, and her impulsive choice cost her the person who truly loved her. Love endures all things. Jake was the toughest kid in school, and everyone knew it. He bullied anyone who crossed his path, finding satisfaction in their fear. His behavior was a reflection of his chaotic home life. He regularly watched his parents fight each other, fight fellow road users, and clash with strangers at the grocery store. Violence and anger were all he knew. One day he spotted Tim, the new kid, struggling with his locker. Smirking, Jake approached with cruel intentions. Just as he was about to shove Tim, a voice called out, "Jake, stop!" It was Mr. Thompson, the janitor. "I need your help with something important." Reluctantly, Jake followed him. Mr. Thompson led Jake to a quiet room and handed him an old photo. "This was me, years ago," he said, pointing to a dirty, bruised kid. "I was bullied too, until someone helped me. That someone changed my life. You can be that someone for Tim." Jake stared at the photo, realization dawning. He had a choice. The next day, instead of bullying Tim, he helped him with his locker. Lesson: bullying perpetuates pain, but kindness can break the cycle and transform lives. Choose to be the change. Emily might die as she received yet another inconclusive test result. Unstoppable headaches, uncontrollable heart palpitations, and has been her life recently. Her career, the only thing she has, was dealt a terrible blow. Next day at work, she spotted the villain, Tony, her colleague, who had mercilessly shut down her project. The mere sight of him increased the pounding in her head. "How dare he destroy my hard work?" she seethed. Oblivious to her resentment, Tony walked into her office beaming with smiles. "Emily, I had to shut down your project because of critical errors, but I didn't want to embarrass you. I fixed it, and it's ready to present," he said calmly. Her headache varnished. Heart palpitations ceased. She felt instantly happy, and she got an epiphany. Her spiraling health was a result of her bottled-up resentment towards Tony. Tears streamed down her face as the realization hit. Lesson: holding on to unforgiveness is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to suffer. Letting go can bring peace and healing. A wise old man sits daily under a big oak tree, offering advice to anyone who asks. One day, a young man named Alex approached him, frustrated and angry. "Why is life so unfair? I work hard, but nothing goes my way," Alex exclaimed. The wise old man sighed and handed Alex a spoon filled with water and said, "Walk around the village without spilling any water. If you succeed, I'll answer your question." Alex carefully walked through the village, focusing intently on the spoon. He avoided bumps, people, and distractions. When he returned, the spoon was still full. The wise old man asked, "What did you notice during your walk?" "Nothing," Alex replied. "I was too focused on the spoon." "Exactly," the old wise man said. "When you focus solely on your problems, you miss the beauty and opportunities around you. Life may be challenging, but changing your focus can make all the difference." Lesson: focusing on your goals rather than your frustrations can reveal opportunities and beauty in life that you might otherwise miss. The jollof rice landed in his mouth. James suddenly turned red. He thought he had been poisoned. Millions of thoughts flashed through immediately, Emily begging him not to take the trip. What if you get kidnapped? I hear they eat humans, she cried, but James was determined to go. The numerous Nigerian jollof videos on YouTube has piqued his curiosity and his adventurous side ready to go. When he landed at the airport, he was surprised to see humans in clothes and not leaves. When a Toyota Camry pulled up to pick him up, he couldn't hide his shock. He had heard they still use donkeys and horses. He nodded and said to himself, never believe what people say out of ignorance. Back in the moment, James realized he wasn't dying at all, just experiencing the spice in the jollof rice. The laughter around him made him laugh too. Just then, IJ, the owner of the restaurant, handed him a cold drink with a smile. Welcome to Nigeria, she said. Lesson: racism and stereotypes are often based on ignorance. Experiencing other cultures firsthand can break down these barriers and reveal our shared humanity. Tom would smash his toys or run into walls at the slightest provocation. His dad made him promise to count to 10 before acting out his anger. Tom reluctantly agreed. Surprisingly, from the first day, he noticed his anger fizzled out before he even finished counting. One day at school, during a soccer game, a teammate blamed Tom for a lost goal. His face flushed with anger, and he started counting loudly, fists clenched. His teammates mocked him, laughing and asking, "What's he doing? Counting sheep?" Despite feeling humiliated, Tom kept counting. By the time he reached 10, his anger had subsided. Ignoring the mockery, he focused back on the game. In the final minutes, Tom made an incredible pass that led to the winning goal. His teammates, stunned and elated, cheered for him. Later, one of the boys who had mocked him apologized and asked why he was counting. Tom smiled and explained, "It helps me control my anger. My dad taught me." Inspired by Tom's self-control, other kids started using the counting technique whenever they felt angry. Soon, the entire team noticed a positive change in their behavior. Managing your anger can improve your life and positively impact those around you.